I still remember the day I found the receipt. I'd just gotten home from another 6-hour shift at that hole-in-the-wall diner off Jefferson Street, feet aching, hair a mess. Zoe humming some made-up song in the back seat, like she always did when she was pretending nothing was wrong. We stepped into the apartment, still smelled like Mr. Clark's burnt toast from next door, and there it was right on the kitchen counter. A plain envelope. No return address. No fancy stamp. Just my name. Inside, a receipt. 3 months of rent paid in full, and the name scrawled at the bottom asterisk, Cole Hastings. Yeah, that Cole Hastings. Billionaire tech mogul. Guy you see on magazine covers talking about innovation and artificial intelligence and all that. My hands were shaking. I thought maybe it was a mistake, some glitch, some wrong address maybe. But deep down I knew something was up, and I wasn't sure I wanted to know what. Just a day before I was staring down an eviction notice taped to my door like a scarlet letter. Red ink. Asterisk. Final warning. Asterisk. Zoe saw it. She didn't say anything, just quietly peeled it off and handed it to me like it was a piece of junk mail. That's the kind of kid she is. Stronger than I ever was at her age. I'd been laid off 3 months earlier. Cutbacks at Horizon Health. They kept saying things like asterisk, restructuring, asterisk, and asterisk, realignment, asterisk, corporate buzzwords for asterisk, you're disposable, asterisk. I picked up shifts at the diner to keep the lights on, but between bills, food, and trying to replace Zoe's busted sneakers, rent was just out of reach. And now, out of nowhere, this miracle I called my best friend Tasha. She's the one person who knows just how bad things had gotten. Did you get it? She asked without even saying hello. Get what? The rent. The manager called me, said your account was cleared for the next quarter. I told her about the name on the receipt, and I could hear her jaw drop through the phone. Cole Hastings, girl. Are you serious? I've never met him, Tasha. Never even seen the man in person. She paused, then said, real slow. You remember that resume workshop I dragged you to last month? The one I told you was run by some tech charity? Yeah. So, it was a Hastings Foundation thing. Maybe someone there passed along your info. I didn't sleep that night. I just kept reading the receipt over and over, trying to figure out what angle this could be. Rich people don't just hand out money for nothing. Next morning, I took Zoe to school, grabbed my bus pass, and instead of heading to the diner, I got off downtown in front of asterisk Hastings Innovations, asterisk the glass tower that makes the sun bounce off it like it owns the sky. I didn't go in planning to confront him. I just needed answers. Inside, it was like another planet. Polished floors, smiling receptionists, people dressed like they stepped out of fashion magazines. I walked up heart-pounding and asked about their foundation programs. The woman at the desk directed me upstairs to a mezzanine display, and then asterisk, bam, asterisk. I bumped into someone. My purse flew open. Change everywhere. Receipts, lip balm, and asterisk the asterisk receipt. A man bent down to help, and when he picked it up, his whole body shifted. He stared at the paper like it bit him. It was him. Cole freaking Hastings. He looked up, eyes sharp, lips pressed together. Then he said in this calm, polite voice, "Were you here to see me?" I couldn't lie. No. I mean, I didn't know you'd be here. I was just trying to understand why you paid my rent. He motioned toward a side door. Let's talk. Somewhere quieter. He led me into this little cafe behind the lobby. Private soft lighting, the smell of espresso, and ordered me a latte like we were old friends. I asked him why me? Why now? You don't even know me. He looked me in the eye and said, your friend Tasha mentioned you at a workshop. She talked about a single mom who got laid off, who was overqualified and underpaid, doing everything she could to stay afloat. That story, it hit close to home. I just stared at him. I didn't know what to say. Then he added, "My mother was a nurse aide, single mom just like you. We struggled. I watched her skip meals just to keep me fed. I swore if I ever made it, I'd help someone like her. Like you." I don't cry easy, but I'll admit my throat tightened. He offered me more than rent help, said he had a connection at Ascend Medical Group, a woman named Patrice looking for someone with my exact background. He invited me to dinner that weekend to meet her. I hesitated. He must have noticed. I'm not asking for anything, he said. No strings, just, "Let me help you rewrite this chapter." I went home that night, heart torn in two. Tasha was all for it. Zoe just wanted to know if she had to wear a dress. Me, I wasn't sure if I was walking into a job interview or a trap wrapped in kindness. But I said yes. Dinner was surreal. His house wasn't a house, it was a museum with warmth. And he treated Zoe like royalty, set up an art station just for her, told her he'd hang her drawing in his office. And Patrice. She wasn't just polite, she was impressed. By Monday, I had an interview. By Wednesday, I had a job offer, but that's not even the twist. After dessert, Cole pulled out an old photo, a woman with dark hair and eyes like mine. "This was my mom," he said. "Before she married, her name was Maria Dorsey. She had a brother, Elijah Dorsey." My heart froze. "That's my dad," I whispered. "Turns out we're cousins." Cousins. And neither of us knew. There'd been a falling out, an ugly lawsuit over family land decades ago. My dad never talked about his sister. She'd tried to reach out, sent letters he never opened. Pride runs deep in our family, and so does pain. Cole looked at me that night and said, "I didn't pay your rent because we're related. I paid it because I saw someone worth fighting for. I just didn't know we were family when I did." I believed him. But still, I asked him the one thing burning in my chest. "So what now?" "We play happy cousins." He smiled, sad but hopeful. No expectations. Just, maybe we start with coffee again sometime. As family. It's been 3 years since that dinner. I've moved up at Ascend. Zoe's thriving. And Cole. He's not just the guy who paid my rent anymore. He's Uncle Cole to Zoe. He comes to school plays, teaches her chess. And yeah, he really did frame her crayon masterpiece. One letter my father never opened almost kept us apart forever. But a random act of generosity, a rent receipt I never saw coming, changed our lives. So let me ask you, do you think pride is worth more than family? Would you walk away from someone who once hurt you, or give them a second chance? Tell me in the comments, because I know I'm not the only one with a story like this. And if you made it this far, maybe **you* were meant to hear it.